EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight, we close out Week 7 together with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week out on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They're on the tackle, Cam Smith. Second down and 8. They'll set up to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
And every time you step on a field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but now it'll be third down. Look at this Baltimore defense. They've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up the man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, here's Levis. And this one nearly picked off. And kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play, and it's second down.
The Ravens sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
First down run with Elliott, going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
That's good for a Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 41. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4 down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Now Levis.
Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Meanwhile, Levis's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On play action, they'll throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Cam Smith. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Levis, he's going to audible to something else.
They'll set up a throw.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Lewis Cine.
And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Levis on 3rd down.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Lewis Cine.
And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
J.K. Dobbins, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year.
And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, he still brings it in. Off the tip here on the deep shot. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Ready?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Come on. Hey.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
On the ready.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings.
J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll rumble for about 5, close to the 40.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
19 Tiger.
On third down, here's Jones.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go now.
In motion left, Flowers.
Again, it's Jones. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
18
An inside give to Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Levis out of the shotgun now.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that?
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 55 yards.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. A give, Dobbins trying the right side.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings.
J.K. Dobbins
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
That's caught. It's Flowers.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here we go.
Off the play fake, Levis. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
The one final shot before the half. Here's Levis.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Levis to throw off play action.
And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. 23 yards on the play.
This is going to be a corner route to their tight end, and I'll tell you what, it's man coverage, so that makes it hard for a linebacker to stay with him. And he's able to make the catch on the right side of the field and pick up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Second down, here's Levis.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. This will be caught.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out of this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Here we go.
First down, Minnesota.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. This time, good ball security and a good result. 1st and 10.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in there, and it's 4th down.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's taken in at the 9. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Play action now. Levis escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Levis now off of play action. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Up the middle, Jones. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Here's Jones again on second down. And maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
A give to Jones.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Levis now on second down.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Flowers. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Levis on 3rd and 1.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis. That is caught. Touchdown. Zay Flowers from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Vikings.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Dobbins trying the left side.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Back to throw here. His throw incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now Levis.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Jalen Waddle.
38 yards.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Sliding out of the pocket. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Jalen Waddle,
26 yards.
And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there and made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Ravens will take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Levis on 3rd down. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Flowers going to go in motion right. Levis to throw once more. Open man is Waddle, complete.
And they'll have it in the end zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll get that out wide to Waddle, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, Levis.
And this is going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Tucker's kick is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Here's 1st down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Catch made here by Campbell. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he has the Ravens 1st down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense.
to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby.